manufacturing chemists of the medical profession since 1858 bring you Academy Awards. The pictures, the players, the techniques and skills which have won or been nominated for the coveted awards granted each year by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to each in his field for outstanding achievement. The House of Squibb, makers of the great family of Squibb medicinal products, brings you the distinguished stars, Claire Trevor and Randolph Scott in Stagecoach, the production which in the category of Best Picture of the Year was nominated for the 1939 Academy Award.
Buck, it is the Ringo Kid. I'm sure glad it is. What?
Hello, kid. Ain't you far from home?
You mean prison, don't you, Curly? Well, I didn't expect you to be riding shotgun this trip. Going to Lordsburg?
I figured you'd be in Lordsburg by this time.
Lame horse. Got any room in the coach, Buck?
Well, I reckon so, Ringo.
Then you got another passenger.
Yeah, darn right we have. I'll take that Winchester, kid.
I ain't going to argue about it, Curly. But I just hate to part with a gun like this.
I guess you don't understand, Ringo. You're under arrest. Won't do you no good to monkey with that rifle, kid. We got a cavalry escort coming up behind.
Well, what do you know? I guess it's all right. Here's the gun, Curly.
Thanks. Now, just get in the coach and make yourself to home.
All right, come on, Sandy. Giddy up. Yeah, come on. Something, Curly?
Nope.
Oh, excuse me. Well, why don't you say something? A man gets nervous sitting here like a mummy thinking about Indians.
You say something. You've been talking all day without making no sense.
Well, doggone it, here's something that makes sense. I've been peeking down back into the coach, and I seen the Ringo Kid making eyes at Dallas, and she's making eyes at him.
That's rich. The Ringo Kid and Dallas the dance hall gal. Some match. He breaks out of jail, and she gets kicked out of town. Oh, my.
Right, Mark. All out, folks, to change horses.
Can I help you down, Miss Dallas? Pretty high step. There.
Thanks.
Oh, just a minute.
Yes?
I just wanted to thank you for smiling at me in the coach.
Smiling at you?
Hmm?
Oh, well, that isn't anything.
Yes, it is. To a fellow who's been in jail, it is. Well, I appreciate it, Miss Dallas. You see, the others, except Doc Boone, they were kind of uppish. Not that I blame them.
Oh, I guess they don't mean to be.
Oh, I guess not. Only I noticed sort of that they acted kind of that way to you, too.
Oh. Well, yes, I guess they did.
I didn't mean nothing by what I said. If I said something that offends, I'm sorry.
I'm not offended.
I didn't get a chance to get acquainted with the folks on the stage. You know who they are?
Yes. That's Mrs. Mallory standing there. She's on her way to join her husband, Captain Mallory of the cavalry. You know Doc.
Mm-hmm.
And the man with the white hair and the little traveling bag is Mr. Gatewood, the banker from Tonto. The dark, tall man is Hatfield, the gambler. And the little wheezing man is Mr. Peacock. He's a whiskey salesman.
Thanks. I guess that covers everybody. Except you.
Me?
Yeah, sure. You're such a pretty gal to be traveling alone. You counting on meeting a husband somewhere along the line?
Husband? Why? No, I hadn't. No, I have no husband.
Good. I feel better, Dallas. Dallas, mind if I call you that?
No. No, I don't mind.
Hey, you! Ringo! Come on in here where I can keep an eye on you.
Why, sure, Curly. After you, ma'am.
Land's sakes, what are all you folks doing here?
Howdy, Maggie. Where's the soldiers was to meet us?
Ain't no soldiers except those that come with you. Billy and me didn't expect no stagecoach coming through with them Apaches raising cane. We was just figuring on hitching up the buckboard and going into Tonto where it's safe.
You mean there are no troops here?
That's my husband, Captain Mallory. I was told he was here. He was, dearie. Got orders night before last to join the soldiers at Apache Wells.
Well, I guess we gotta turn back.
See here, you're the station agent. This coach started from Lordsburg, and it's your duty to get us there.
Mercy, mister. I'm just an agent. Ask the driver.
If the soldiers gotta go back, we all gotta go back.
Yes. I think that as I feel, we should all go back.
I think we can get through all right, Curly.
We'll settle this by boat. Folks, if we push on, we can be in Apache Wells by sundown. Soldiers there will give us an escort as far as the ferry, and then it's only a hoot and a holler into Lordsburg.
Now, wait a
We
minute.
got 4 men can handle guns. 5 with you, Ringo. Doc Boone can shoot, if sober.
As foul slander, Curly. Why, when I was in training in 61 to put down a rebellion in the South...
Later on, Doc, later on. Now, Mrs. Mallory, I don't aim to put no lady into danger without she votes for it.
I've traveled all the way here from Virginia. I'm determined to get to my husband. I won't be separated any longer.
Now, what's your vote, mister?
Where's your manners, Curly? Ain't you going to ask this lady first?
Huh? Oh, well, what do you say?
What difference does it make? What does it matter?
I demand that we go on. I stand on my legal rights.
We'll count that as a vote. What do you say, Hatfield?
To Lordsburg. If Mrs. Mallory can go, I can. In fact, it's my duty as a gentleman to protect her.
You, Doc?
I, sir, am not only a philosopher, I'm also a fatalist. Somewhere, sometime, there may be the right bullet or the wrong bottle waiting for Josiah Boone. Why worry where or when?
Yes or no?
Having this wisdom, sir, I have always courted danger. During the late war, when I had the honor, sir, to serve the Union under our great President Abraham Lincoln...
Do you want to go back?
No!
Mr. Peacock, you.
But I would like to go, brother. I want to reach the bosom of my dear family. But I may never reach the bosom if we go on. Brother, I think it best we should go back to the bosom. I mean the soldiers.
Me, Ringo, and Buck vote to go on, and that settles it. So you better all wash and have a bite to eat, folks. Then we'll hit the trail again.
Good. Set right in, folks. It's hot and ready.
Another delay.
Boy, I could eat a coyote.
Later on, get out there and hitch up.
Yeah, Dallas. You're going down where no folks are sitting. Take this chair right with Miss Mallory.
Oh, but Well, thank you.
I think, Mrs. Mallory, you would find it cooler at the other end of the table, near the window.
I'm sure I would. Thank you, Mr. Hatfield.
I think I'd find it cooler there, too.
Well, it looks like I got the plague, don't it?
Oh, no. No, it's not you.
Well, I guess you can't break out of prison and into society the same week. I'm pretty dumb for sitting down with a lady like you. Thanks again for being kind to me, not moving away like they did.
Oh, no. Please. You don't understand.
Will you have the bread, ma'am?
Mrs. Mallory, are you ill?
No. Just... I'll be all right. You're very kind.